Stuffed in your shoes, you're so shook, you're afraid to cat. But Grip fears hawk, it's face to rats.
First name Bobby, last name Orlando, am I the Goatest? You ready? No, yo, shook through here with the lyrical flow. And for the little kids on what you need to know.
Welcome back to Mark's Name Joe. This is episode number 6, and here we have an interview with the Goatest of All Time, Bobby Orlando. Bobby Orlando is a 2019 graduate of the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy, where he trained with Pat Buck and Brian Myers, formerly known as Kurt Hawkins. Other notable alumni from this program include Chris Statlander and MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Bobby and Bobby Jr. can be seen throughout the East Coast at Creative Pro Wrestling, Synergy Pro Wrestling, Beyond Wrestling, Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling, where he's currently the Bedlam champion. He actually won that belt from Chris Statlander, and Combat Zone Wrestling, and many other promotions. Welcome to the show, Bobby. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, welcome Bobby Orlando, and also welcome Bobby Jr., who is here. He is sitting next to me. He is kind of being a creep, but we'll let that slide for now because he's so lovable and cute. You can't be mad at him.
He is so lovable.
Basically, I want to thank you guys for letting me on. The Goatest of All Time is here. I am ready. I am prepared. And most of all, I'm not shook, which you should never be shook, because if you're shook, you're a bitch.
Great advice.
I like that.
Great
I
advice.
was stumbling. I started stuttering, but I got it back.
You did. It was impressive. It was impressive. You saved a botch. All
I
right.
did.
Bobby Orlando, tell us who you are in five words or less.
See, it's
There we
rubbing
go.
off on
I
you.
botched.
Joe botches a lot.
In 5 words,
5 words or less. Who is Bobby Orlando?
sexy,
Mm.
Goatest,
Mm.
your mom.
Is that 1 or 2?
We'll count it
That's
as
2.
one.
That's no, we're gonna play by the rules. That's 2
Okay,
words.
Okay.
one more.
Okay. Majestic.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. So you said you are the goatest. I gotta ask, how did you come up with the goatest of all time?
So one day I was looking at myself in the mirror like I always do. I was just like, I was in hour 5 of it. It was a long process that day. And I was like, Bobby, there is no cooler person on the planet Earth, Mars, or Jupiter than you. You are the epitome of what an intelligent and gorgeous human being is. You are not the GOAT, because the GOAT is the greatest of all time. I am one step above the GOAT. I am a next level tier. I am at the top of the ceiling. And that is the Goatest of all time. There are not many like me. In fact, I am the only one. I'm the only one of my kind. And it will stay that way until I think there is another person fit to have that title, that name, that moniker, the Goatest of all time.
I like it.
I like it too. That was a pretty good speech on my behalf.
That was a great
That was
speech.
amazing.
I'll take a sip of my seltzer.
Brings a tear to my eye, man.
That was
I know, I'm
great.
crying too.
Yeah, I've been trying to put my finger on this for a while. Who are some of your biggest influences in wrestling?
Yo, my guy is Mick Foley. Favorite wrestler of all time, Mick Foley. Cactus Jack, love him. Mankind, love him. I don't like Dude Love. That's all. I do not. I'm not. All my friends know this. I don't like Dude Love. I'm sorry, Mick. I'm sorry. I don't like Dude Love. There's only one room for a sexy wrestler in wrestling, and it's me now. But nonetheless, I love you, Mick Foley. But nonetheless, he's a big influence for me. But there's other wrestlers that I looked up to when I was a kid, like the Hardy Boys. I love them. Current favorites are myself. But yeah, the thing with wrestling is I'm a fan of every type of wrestling. It's hard for me to say, oh, this is my favorite wrestler or this is my favorite wrestler. I just like wrestling as a whole. And if there's something that influences me, I'm like, yo, that influenced me. And then the influenza goes into my veins. And then, yeah.
I like it. Well, Joe, we were going to ask a question later, but since he brought it up, I'm going to jump to one of our final questions that I had on there.
We're going right to the end.
It's one that I want you to give. You just kind of gave it to us, but I want to pinpoint it a little more. Mount Rushmore of wrestling. You see it all the time on Twitter. I want your Mount Rushmore 4 greatest guys. Give me 4 of them.
So my personal favorite, or who I think is the top 4 in wrestling?
The top 4 of wrestling.
The Rock. Stone Cold. Flair. Actually, no. Sorry, Flair. Not Flair.
I was about to woo, but I gotta take it back. It's an hour.
I gotta take back the woo. I'm sorry, Rick. I love you. Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, and Cena. I don't care.
Oh,
it's
that's
not
good.
2008, it's not 2009 anymore. You don't say, oh, people say Cena stinks. No, he does not. You stink. You think he stinks.
Yeah.
That's the Mount Rushmore. Rushmore? Yes, Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
I don't know if you can see the shadow, but my wife just snuck in. She's a big Bobby Orlando fan. Say hi to Bobby.
Hi, I'm sorry. Looking at my computer. Hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying your Friday. It's beautiful outside.
I hope you're enjoying your Friday.
Aw.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying your Friday.
Oh, it's going pretty good. I'm talking to these guys.
Now, you should feel special, Bobby. If 6 episodes in, I've never got to speak to her once, so that's good, right? You're just up there now.
Everyone loves the Goatest of All Time. I'm a people person.
I guess. Yeah. I can see it though. I can feel it. I'm drawn in right now.
It's like a magnet.
Yes.
You are captivating as a person.
Very.
You are hard to turn away from.
You know what else is captivating? Bobby Jr.
Ah!
Bobby Jr. Tell us about Bobby Jr. We want to know more about Bobby Jr.
Alrighty. The year was 2002. The day was July 4th. And Bobby Jr. walked through the door. My daddy said, Bobby, I have a present for you. And I said, oh, Daddy, what is it? And then in came Bobby Jr. And right at that very moment, I felt the connection. It was like connect the dots. My arms went around him, and I caressed his smooth fur. And right at that moment, I knew he would be my best buddy, my best pal, and my best companion that I'll be with for the rest of my life. And he's just my best buddy. I don't do anything without him. He's always by my side. I like to say that if there's anyone I can trust in this world, it would be Max and Bryce from the Shook Crew. But Bobby Jr. has to be number 1. I go to him for everything. And yeah, he's just the best.
He looks trustworthy.
Now, I do have to ask, I have seen him used as a weapon more than once.
I don't want him to know I use him sometimes for my advantage.
I won't tell him.
It's so loud. But yeah, yo, he's got a big ass, so I like to hit him with people. I don't know if I can curse, but I did. You're welcome.
Totally fine, man. Totally fine.
We're not censored yet. We're good.
Yeah, one time I put a brick in his butt, and I hit Chris Statlander with it.
I was there.
And it knocked her out. I won the Blitzkrieg. Yes, Blitzkrieg, because that's how I say words. Blitzkrieg Bedlam title.
That was actually my first Bobby Orlando experience.
You're welcome.
That day.
I remember you.
That was actually my first real indie wrestling show too. Like I had seen NEW, I had been to a couple of their shows, but they're I don't want to say they're more professional, but like I get more of a minor league vibe from them. I get a real indie vibe out of Blitzkrieg. And that show was great. Like I remember watching the Shook Crew walk to the ring. I took a picture and I was like, when you and your boys go to Five Below to get your gear before the ring, because like there's swords, there's chains, there's the stuffed goat. Like I have no idea what's going on, and I'm loving every minute of it.
That's the vibe we like to give off. We like to just let everyone know that we are all different in our own ways. I like tag team wrestling, but in my opinion, I'm not saying this is wrong, But like when I see two guys and they have like the same gear, same look, it's like, okay, that's cool, you matched. But like, I think if you could tell them apart and they each have their own unique identity, especially when it comes to a trio, I think it's easy to separate us. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to come out in like matching gear. I mean, I feel like we'd look even more like swagalicious. You know what I'm saying?
So I have to ask, do you have a favorite opponent that you've had in your career? And if so, who is it and why?
Formerly known as CPA. He doesn't go by CPA anymore. He goes by Nick Stapp.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to say he's my favorite, mostly because we've just wrestled each other the most. I have all my matches written down, but I'm pretty sure we're close to 30 matches.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm assuming it has to be. And this is like not just singles matches, like this is tag wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Scrambles, like battle royals, whatever. But I've been in the ring with him close to 30 times in like 3 years. So.
That's another name to look up, Joe, if you haven't seen him. He's great. There was a hashtag that was trending in the community, let Stapp die, because Nick Gage and Jeff Cannonball and him had a brutal death match at the Blitzkrieg Pro holiday show last year. It was awesome.
I'll have to look it up. Let him play. Come on.
The entire locker room was freaking out watching that from the balcony.
And adding to that, do you have a favorite match stipulation?
Scaffold match. I've never been in one, but I want to be. Yeah, you just gave me this weird look. I want to be in a scaffold match. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to be in one.
What is a scaffold match? Sorry that I'm asking.
I can't believe you're asking this.
A scaffold match. There's this big scaffold, right?
Well, I get that part, but...
And then a big scaffold. It's really high. It's like it can go from 30 to 40 feet in the air. And then you wrestle someone up there, and the only way to win is to throw your opponent off the scaffold. But if it's not a scaffold match, boiler room brawl, because once again, full. There you go. You know what?
Now what's a boiler room? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
I left the show. I went to left the show.
I'm just kidding. I am just kidding.
You better be kidding.
Well, it kind of goes along with what you've already talked about. So, like, what would be your favorite moment so far in all your wrestling career? Like, what stands out to you?
Let me think. Probably, it has to be up there winning the title of Blitzkrieg. That was a cool moment. Especially because everyone hated it, so that made me even more happy. Everyone was pissed.
That gym was explosive.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, bish. Like, what's up? I walked out there and I was like, no, Batista, thumbs down. And then I'd have to think, it's not a moment, but I'm very happy that the Shook crew is now like on Beyond shows. Like we're a consistent part of the roster now. So that's kind of a thing that we've been all working towards for a while. We did like a Beyond tryout in like 2018. So the fact that now we're on the roster and kind of doing consistent shows for them, it's kind of like a cool moment, It's like, okay, we're here now. We're chilling.
So we know what your favorite memory is. What's Bobby Jr.'s favorite wrestling memory?
Oh, wow.
Really? That moment? Really? All right. Okay. So yeah, that's his favorite memory.
That's a good one, though.
That was great.
I enjoyed it.
I know.
I thought he was going to go with the thing that happened before that, but
No.
Yeah.
But I should say, because everyone can understand Bobby Jr. language. His favorite moment was when he jumped off the balcony onto like 10 people and everyone crumbled below.
Oh, that would have been something to see.
It happened. It's on my Instagram, I think.
All right, we
I'm
gotta find it.
I'm gonna check that out. I gotta see that.
He did a sick trick off a balcony, and then everyone.
Now, did he yell "sick trick" first? It's the only way it counts.
He was nervous. I had to do it for him.
Okay.
He was like, he was like stuttering and everything. And I was like, "Yo, calm down!" And I just shocked him over the edge,
All right.
like a legend.
Let's just hope the world goes back to normal when the calendar flips to 2021. What are some of your goals that you have for 2021?
Just to have a full schedule, try and be at as many places as I can. I want to entertain. I love to entertain the ceiling fans with my sick tricks and my awesome in-ring abilities when I beat up the bitches. The more people that see it, the more happy I get. And the more people that get happy because I'm happy is happiness all around. That's why during the pandemic, I've been trying to put out like content on social media. It's like, well, if I can't entertain them in the ring, why not entertain them at home? While they're probably not in the best of mind, because everyone was going through a little bit of hardship. So, like, why not be an entertaining figure and get everyone's mind off of the craziness? So, main goal is just to be at more places, grow my fan base, grow the Bobby Orlando family, and I guess the cliche thing is make a name for myself. I mean, I'd like to think I'm a little well known, but I could like to be more well known to the masses.
Well, you've got plenty of time, man.
Yeah.
You are such a unique character that like the world is going to be your oyster someday, and it's going to be great.
Absolutely.
I don't even like seafood.
I'm gonna tell you this small. I'm gonna interrupt you right here.
Of course, please do.
My kids love certain parts of wrestling. I was telling Joe last night. When they hear the Firefly Funhouse theme, they come watching. They hear anything to do with Bray Wyatt, they come. Last night when I was watching some of your matches, they walked by and they both stopped and they sat there and watched them with me. I'm telling you, you have that appeal, and you've drawn me right in. I'm a big fan now. So, and my kids loved it. They asked me if I was talking to the goat guy today, so I'm good.
I am the goat guy. So
the goat guy. There you go. The new thing, the goat guy. You got it.
There you go.
All right, so you've already name dropped your stablemates, Bryce Donovan and Max Caster. So the three of you, the Shook crew, get to face any three-person faction in wrestling history. Ooh, who are you taking on?
Okay, I'm going to start talking and drinking my seltzer while I think of an answer. Okay, I have two answers.
Okay.
One is they're in wrestling, or were in wrestling. And one is just some group that has nothing to do with wrestling. The wrestling one, the BWO. Because I really want to wrestle Stevie Richards. I've been a fan of him since I was a little bitch. And I was like, ECW. I love Stevie Richards. I love the Blue World Order. So the BWO.
Love it.
And honestly, this is just an inside joke. You guys will not get it. But for 3 years, the Shook crew have said we want to wrestle the Baja Men. We even called them out on Twitter because I think we have more followers than them because they're pretty irrelevant now in 2020.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, you say Baja Men, and people are thinking, who?
Well, there's some youngins out there who have no idea. But listen, the Baja Men, we called you out. You responded back with like an LOL. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. We're here to wrestle. You want to do an LOL to my face? You just made things personal. Baja Men, get at us. Let's get in the ring and do some wrestling.
You heard it here. The Shook crew calling out the Baja Men on Marks with Joel podcast.
Baja Men, come on, yo. Like, what's up?
I would have never guessed that in a million years.
Well, I mean,
it would have been my top 10 guesses.
Wow.
I feel you that much right now.
I feel you too, my friend.
I can see a reason to want to fight the Baja Men, but
No, we just want to wrestle them.
just want to wrestle them.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about wrestling. What's something away from the ring, away from wrestling, that you are passionate about?
Sorry. I was brewing that up for a while. I like to video edit. All my videos I make, I edit and film them myself.
They are awesome too. All of them I've seen.
Snapple fact, fun fact. I like to play Minecraft. Don't laugh at me. I like Minecraft. It's not a kid's game. Am I a kid? No. Do I play it? Yes. So it's not a kid's game. Minecraft is awesome. Don't be afraid to be vocal about your passions, kids. Love me some Minecraft. And besides that, me and Bobby Jr. go for nature walks every Saturday night. So that's always another thing we do.
Good.
Oh, and I like horror movies. I'm a big fan of horror movies.
Any particular ones?
Yo, how much time do we have? You want,
As much time as you want.
I want to dive deep into some horror movies right now. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one.
Original, yeah.
That's a work of art. Love that movie. I even have I should have wore the shirt. I have a picture of Leatherface. He's like, has a chainsaw. Next horror movie. I'm a big fan of the Saw franchises. Not because of the gore. I don't like the gore. The only gore I like is Rhino's gore. The storytelling in the Saw franchise and how it all links up into one big ball of impeccable craziness. It just makes my mind go, wow. That's crazy. Saw craziness, lots of plot twists, lots of stuff that I like. I've watched a recent movie. I don't remember the name, but it was good. And I'm pissed off I don't remember it. Well, what are you going to do? I guess it wasn't that good since I don't remember the name. But yeah, yo, when I'm not watching wrestling, I'm watching Netflix and I'm watching horror movies.
I like it.
Bobby Jr. doesn't like the horror movies, though. He's not a fan. I have to, like, close his eyes and be like, yo, everything's going to be okay, yo. And then he's just like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is.
So he definitely doesn't like Freddy Krueger then, huh?
Oh, no. He's not a fan of that.
All right. So I'm gonna go right to this one. Speaking of horror movies, you are a big Jets fan. I want to see what you think or expect for the 2020 season.
Sam Darnold, yo, like, I like you, man. Some people even say we look alike. I think that's an insult to me, but nonetheless. Sam, Adam Gase, by the way, these screen passes on like 3rd and long. Bish, there was I don't know when this is going to drop, but like a week ago, it was the Bills game, and bro, I'm pissed. I almost broke my TV with a baseball bat, but I didn't want to do that because then I would have got timeout. The Jets, I don't expect much. If anything, and this is, I don't even want to say this because it's really mean. And it's probably going to happen since I'm going to jinx it. I hope the season just ends. Like, I hope they have to shut down the season just so I don't have to watch the Jets suck again this year.
I'm with you.
Are you a Jets fan?
I'm a Giants fan.
Okay, well, we're in the same boat, I guess.
We feel that we're on a sinking ship together.
Didn't you just lose? Who did you go up against?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, they're a good team. But yeah, yo, it's pretty crazy. Sam Darnold, all my friends make fun of me. I still believe in you, buddy. But you ain't no rookie anymore. Get your head in the game. Self-confidence is key. You don't have any. Sam, if you're watching this, which you're probably not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. He's too busy sucking. He's too busy being terrible. He's just watching football and be like, how can I suck even more? But I still love you. I love you, Sam. Listen, we need a franchise quarterback. We need it bad. Can you be that guy? I don't know. But yeah. You ain't no Mark Sanchez. He brought us to the playoffs. Not only the playoffs, he brought us to the division finals.
Butt fumble. Sorry. Something in my throat.
Have you ever made a mistake in your life that you regret?
Never.
That's true.
Not once.
Well, that's a good answer. But, well, you know, I'm starting to think I'm going to regret talking to you, sir. If you think you want to bring up the butt fumble. But I'm sorry. I'm screaming. I'm screaming like there's no tomorrow.
I think I need to make that a clip, and we need to tag the crap out of Sam Darnold in that.
Sam, I don't even think he has Twitter because he's afraid, yo.
I will find a way. I will find a way to get that
But
man.
preface it with like Bobby still loves you, XOXO, a little heart emojis, maybe like the hand on chin emoji. But then, yeah, oh my God. And he's younger than me too. And I'm just like, yo, these little kids these days, yo, playing football, you wanna play with my emotions?
That's great.
Well, there you go.
So
Awesome.
I want to give you a minute and you just tell us what's going on. Tell us where we can find, or tell us where we can see more, whatever.
Yo, what's up? Bobby here. I would like to say that due to the pandemic, there are not that many shows going on. Do I know where I'll be soon? Yes. Can I reveal it? Yes. So basically, I will be at Limitless shows. They're closed tapings.
Mm-hmm.
They're on IWTV. They're called The Road. I'll be on a few of those shows coming up in the near future. Probably gonna be so Creative Pro Wrestling, my home promotion, where I was training and everything like that. Yo, there's a series called Cap TV on YouTube, putting out excellent content. So there's no live wrestling nowadays, but the content on Cap TV on the Creative Pro YouTube channel is like I don't want to say just as good as TV wrestling, but it's pretty damn good for an independent company. Watch, I'm always on there, whether I'm just like talking or I'm wrestling or I'm just smiling at the camera and waving, being like, yo, what's up? That's where I'm at. But yeah, I'll probably be back at Synergy in the future. I'll probably be back at Beyond in the near future. We just got to wait and find out. But always check my social media to see where I'll be at. Always post where I am at the Bobby Orlando on Twitter and Instagram. This freaking guy has an Instagram and Twitter too, at the Bobby Jr., but that's Junior, not JR, because some other Bobby Jr. exists in this world, apparently. I don't know. But this is the only real one. This is the only one who matters, okay? Mr. D. Bobby Jr. with a JR on Twitter and Instagram. So, yeah, I have a TikTok. I don't use TikTok because I think it's the stupidest app ever invented.
Yes. Preach.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, who wants to see guys like, what do they do? Like, they do voiceovers or like they
I
talk?
don't know,
like
Joe.
that?
What do they do on TikTok?
Who knows?
I heard that they're pretty hilarious on there, but that's just.
Well, they're not funnier than the Goatest of All Time. That's
No.
a thing. That's a thing. I have Facebook. If you want to send me a friend request, I'll probably accept it, but I barely post on there. If you want to see sexy pictures of my face, like the one in the background on that screen, Instagram. I love posting beautiful pictures of me. I mean, there's never a bad angle. I just always look like I'm just like the coolest guy on earth, and it's just a blessing in disguise.
I want to party with you. That's what I want to do.
I
You
throw
just
great
give me that
parties.
energy.
I've been known to flick the light switch on and off. Like, it's like, yo, let's party, and then I go to flick it. I flick the light switch, like, and that's great.
And I just want to say from my side, I appreciate that you coming on our podcast here and giving us a lot of good answers, and especially Bobby Jr.'s. That's my favorite one right now.
Yeah, man. I have to give you. I'm gonna put you guys over right now because I'm a nice guy. I've been on a few podcasts here and there. Professionalism, ladies and gentlemen. These two guys right here, professionalism. And I mean that. I'm not gonna like swerve you and
Thank
be
you.
like, oh, I was just joking. No. I'm not gonna do that.
In a Mark Henry promo here.
Professionalism, two good people. I respect them. If you're a wrestler, indie wrestler listening to this and you haven't been on here, if they ask you if you want to be on, go on. Good
Thank you.
people. Good questions. It's not like the typical, what was your first wrestling match? Or something like that, We're getting into the deep, nitty-gritty questions. Just like scaffold matches, just like the Jets, and just like the Shook Crew. We are here to talk wrestling!
Yes. I am
And
pumped.
football. And football. But
And football.
And they let me scream, so that's always fun. They were like,
Yes.
"Quiet down, Bobby." No. Bobby can be as loud as he wants.
So make sure if you go to a show and Bobby is there, wear a New England Patriots jersey. Let's do that.
I just put you over. Well, I'll just laugh in your face and be like, "Well, you don't have Tom Brady anymore, do you?"
There you go. There
That might be a good thing.
It's pretty old. But, who did I have now? Cam Newton, right?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's pretty good. All right. Well, touche, Patriots fans, touche. But yeah, if you do that, I'll probably just like scream at you. So you were warned.
Well, we appreciate your time. This has been Marks with Bobby Orlando.
Ah!
Like that? And Bobby Jr. Thank you for watching Mark's Name Joe. We're out.
We're out, baby.